morning from bright, sunny Winnipeg. And we had a bit of a sunrise this morning. All right, so I did come back to the model table yesterday, but I didn't work on the model. I was messing around with this camera. Now, you may have noticed, and I think I probably talked about it, that one of my cameras was acting up. This goes back about, I think it started about 3 months ago. The one in the upper right-hand corner, you notice, is dead. There's nothing there. Well, that was actually this one. This was the one that we called our sunrise camera. And it looked perfectly horizontal across out the back. And I was going to see if I could get it to work, see if I could find out what was wrong with it. And I thought I found out what was wrong with it for a while, but no. But I was going to turn it into the birdhouse camera. That was the plan. I messed around with that for when I should have been doing this. What happened was it would all of a sudden I'd notice it wasn't on, and then it would be on for a couple of days, and then it would go off, and finally it got to the place where it was off more than it was on, and then for the last month or so it's been off all the time. And I thought at first it was a dirty connection in here. And I was actually going to video trying to get it to go, but I figured enough's enough already. Okay, let's carry on here today. Where we left off yesterday. We left off yesterday, and we were nipping off the breakwaters. I'm just going to quickly continue on with that, and then I think we've got to get some parts off of the H sprue. Oh, I did put up the birdhouse. Maybe that will be our rollback. We'll just roll back and watch that. It's short. I think it'll last about 2 minutes. Anyway, if I keep talking, it won't be short, right? Yeah, let's just roll back and see what it is that I did with the birdhouse, and then we'll give the birdhouse a rest for a while, unless something really interesting happens. Because right now, you can see right there, I've got the camera watching it, and I've got the motion sensor set up so that if anything happens, I'll be able to tell. Let's roll back. Now you know the old saying, hindsight is better than foresight. And I wish I'd had the foresight a couple of days ago when I was plugging up that hole. I wish I'd gone down to my workshop and quickly slapped together that birdhouse. It's not like I didn't know about it. I even talked about it before I went up the ladder. But I didn't. But it would have been nice to have had it to cover the hole and, give those poor little birds an alternative. They may or may not have used it anyway, but at least I'd feel better right now. And later on, I did turn the birdhouse at a bit of an angle so it faced a little bit more towards the camera, although unfortunately the entrance is blocked by the roof. Well, at least we'll be able to see if anything lands on the perch. And if we see twigs going in, we'll know. Now these parts here, they're a mirror image to each other. And I don't think I can get them mixed up. So I'm not going to label them. And you know, that you can see there's positioning pins here. Well, when you plug them in, if you get them, you know, on the wrong side, it's going to be really obvious, because it's going to be leaning the wrong way. Okay, so I think that's it now for the oh my. All right, let me zoom back just a little bit here. Now, a lot of you that are watching my build here also have are doing the Bismarck, and or have the Bismarck and are planning to do it. And I just wanted to mention that you know, I think I better reposition here. This isn't a very good shot. Okay, what am I trying to say here? I am quite regularly getting comments from way back 3 or more years ago when we were doing the Bismarck. And people are saying how they are doing the Bismarck. And, or they are planning to do the Bismarck in 1/200 scale. Now, what's with this? Yesterday, Steve in the model shed talked about this book. And he also talked about the Pontos detailing kit that he's planning to use. And I would highly recommend you get this book if you don't already have it. It's just chock full of all kinds of interesting and informative, you know, detail and data. And yesterday Steve was talking about which version he is planning on doing his build, like what year. Well, the Bismarck didn't last very long, and so it's a case of it not necessarily what year, but what month. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in this book, and I highly recommend it. And also, I highly recommend that you check out Steve in the model shed, because he's going to be actually getting into the build. He's only put out 2 videos that he talked about doing the Bismarck in 1/200 scale, and this is going to be an epic build. Like to me, it'll be more interesting, I think, than the Hood, and I don't know why. But yeah, you're going to want to check that out, and don't miss it. He's probably going to start, I'm guessing, in about probably 2-3 weeks after he gets his mosquito bomber done. Anyway, I think I've plugged that enough, haven't I? But I can't overemphasize how good this book is. So if you don't already have it and you're doing the Bismarck in 1/200 scale, a lot of the drawings, by the way, are in 1/200 scale. Well, not all of them. Like this one says 1/800, but some of the deck plans and so on are they're actually 1/200 scale. This is 300. What do we got going on here? Okay, take my word for it. Some of the drawings are in 1/200 scale. Okay, let's move on here and get the H sprue. And what do we gotta get here? Okay, we need H28, and I think we need 2 of them. Yeah, we need 2 H28s. Okay, so there are 2H sprues. And I'm thinking, okay, there's probably a number 28 on each one of these. And I'm checking, like here's the 28. And the 28s are gone here. Well, as it turns out, okay, so we need the 28s for this, for 15. But also, we had them for, on step, what is it here, 13. And here they are right here. So I'm kind of wondering why didn't we get all four of them at the same time? Now, I guess maybe there's a good reason for that, because if we're going step by step, well, like we're kind of jumping ahead here because I want to paint a whole bunch of stuff all at once, but probably a lot of modelers don't do that, especially if you're painting with a brush. Anyway, yeah, not everybody has an airbrush. Anyway, let's just grab these here. I wonder, when are we going to need this number 26? I guess it was probably about 10 minutes ago or so. I was noticing my neighbor walk across by the front window, and so I stuck my head out the door and said good morning, and he looks at his watch and he says, yep, it's still morning. Now, what makes me think of that is because I was thinking of doing my windows. At least I told him I was. I know a couple of weeks ago I talked about cleaning my windows, and then the weather turned nasty, and then when the weather cleared up I didn't feel like doing it. Well, today I kind of feel like doing it. So I think I better cut today's episode off. And like I've said so many times before, if I go at it again later in the day, well, it's going to be in tomorrow's rollback. But so for right now, I think we got to say thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.